Hello guys and welcome back. Okay, so in this video I've already went ahead and installed some of the plugins that we will need. Now, if you don't know what a plugin is, that's completely understandable. If this is all new to you, a plugin is like an app that you install onto your WordPress dashboard. So it's helping your WordPress site to run better, to do different things. For example, I've installed the main ones that I would always install when it comes to building a new site. And as I go along and I create new content, or I decide, oh, I need a plugin for this, I'll add it. But these are the basic plugins that I use on my own site. So the first one is an anti-spam one. You will find that your site will get hit with tens of thousands of spam comments, and this filters them through so that you get the correct, you get the comments that you want to see. Another one very important to me is the anti-malware security and brute force firewall. It's another protection, another layer of protection for you. We already have the CDN, Cloudflare, working for us in the background, and now this is working for us in the background. Um, we can have a look at, most 99% of the plugins that you get, that you install onto your website, they're installed and they start working. There's very little for you to actually do. You don't have to sit and code anything or change settings. Some of them you might have to change a few settings, but it will be nothing major. Um, for Askamet, the anti-spam plugin, you will have to get a free key, and it's actually really easy. I went ahead and did it because it's just clicking a few buttons and the key pops up, and that's my key there. So there you go, easy as that. I just had to click a few buttons, say accept, 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 and they gave me my key. Then, yeah, we have the brute force firewall. This is I use this on my own site. I use all of these on my own site, but the cookie consent is, if you remember, a few months ago, there was this big thing about the GDPR, and everybody was so worried about it. What's going to happen? Are our sites going to stay up? And the truth is, it really wasn't as big a deal as people were expecting. So what this plugin does is it brings up a small banner either at the bottom or the top when you're on your home page. It won't come up now because I've installed it and I checked that it was working. Um, and it just says, "Do you accept? Do you accept this? Do you accept the settings on this site?" And you can click yes, I do, or the plugin with the banner will go away after a few seconds. Jetpack I will leave, and we'll set that up together. That does multiple things, which is why I'm saying we do it together. Smush is a free plugin. Again, what it does is when we're uploading pictures. Now, depending on what kind of site you have, even if you have a product review site, you will want to put images on it. Now, not only to make the post, nicer looking and to break up the writing, but also because we can use images and we can optimize them for SEO, for organic traffic. And that's what we're doing with this site. We're setting it up for organic traffic so that in the eyes of Google, when they send their spiders to our site to crawl it and see if they can find anything wrong with it, they won't find anything wrong. They'll find that all of the boxes have been ticked, and they'll go away happy, and they will treat our site as a premium authority website, authority once we start putting content on it. Tiny MCE Advanced, this just gives you more options when you're writing a post. Um, I'll show you that later when we come to writing posts. This is the best free caching plugin available. As I said, I think I said this before, I use on my site WordPress Rocket, and it's the only premium WordPress plugin that I use. Now it's about, I think it's about $7 a month. But what I did is I have a friend. Not, she's my friend, but she's also somebody who has helped me a lot when I have a problem. Your hosting, if you're with a good hosting, they'll always be able to help you. But some things that are not at server level, meaning that it's not a problem of theirs, it's something to do with something that you've added on, or a problem that you have that is not related to your hosting. Um, this is the person that I use, and she has 1 gig for $10. This is it here, and I would recommend using this because what she does is she is a developer for WordPress Rocket, which means that she has bought the rights to be able to install it on anybody's site. So you contact her first and explain. You can even say that I sent you, because we work closely a lot of the time on many projects, so she knows me. She'll give you priority, and rather than spending $10 a month, or five, six, $7 a month, you can get this WordPress Rocket. That's what it's called, WordPress Rocket. Um, Plugin that is a premium plugin, and it will make your site 10 times faster than any free caching plugin. And a caching plugin just deletes all of the cached images and content that you have, rather than storing it on your WordPress site. And if you have all of that stored on your WordPress site, it's going to slow it down. And WordPress Rocket is, it's like you would say it's the premium standard of caching plugins. So I would recommend. I'll put the link here, and you can contact Tasha and say that I recommended this and that you'd like WordPress Rocket installed. Not only will she install it for $10, but she will optimize it for you and get your site as fast as she can. And if your site is fast, it will always outrank and be above sites that are slower than it. So speed is, as we said earlier, speed is a must. So it would be worth, in my opinion, investing into your site $10 to get this premium plugin. But if you don't have the money for that just now, we can use this one, W3 Total Cache. And of course, we need an SEO plugin, and we will go into more details later on, how we're going to use this, how we're going to set it up. Because what we're going to do is, there's two files that speak to Google. There is a sitemap, which basically tells Google what you want to be indexed and what you want to be crawled. And there's something called a robots text. And a robots text it's kind of like the first line of defense between your website and Google. And you want to have it as optimized as possible, so that when Google hits that robots text file, which I'll show you how to do, of course, in another video, they see what you want them to see. And we'll optimize it for organic traffic and SEO to, as best as we can. And as best as we can is as Google wants it to be. So we'll work on that later on. Jetpack is a multi-purpose plugin. It does so many things that it's better to have one plugin than to have one plugin doing 5 jobs than 5 plugins doing 5 jobs, if that makes sense. Now, as your site gets bigger, you will add more plugins, and that's just part and parcel of having a website. My rule of thumb is that I never have more than 20 plugins active at the one time on my website, because I think that any more than 20 starts to give the possibility of plugins conflicting with each other. So maybe, you know, one plugin you have might conflict with another, and if it conflicts with it, then it brings down the whole site, like a, you know, like a car, you call it, a tower of cards. You know, you nudge one and they all are dominoes. It's like a domino effect. So you don't want that. Now, if you have, you know, if you've never installed a plugin before, um, it's very easy. So there's two ways to do it. You can see here that you can actually find and upload the plugins directly from your dashboard. This is your WordPress dashboard here. So I just went ahead and you can see it's active. But say for example, we wanted all-in-one SEO pack. We don't, but if we did, we would click install and then activate, and it's as simple as that. Now we don't want that. I'll go back and delete it. If there's a plugin that you've heard of, you can search for it, or you can go onto Google and you can search for a plugin. So say you're looking for a plugin that has good social sharing buttons. So you know you will have seen it on other sites. At the side of the site, underneath the posts, they have like Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, and you can share. So they're like that's a social sharing plugin. So say you want to find a social sharing plugin, we would type in best social sharing plugins for WordPress. Yes. And you can see here there's a ton of them. So 11 best social sharing plugins for WordPress. So it gives you a massive list. You can choose which one you want. Okay, I like this. Say I like this, I want this one. I can just click here. It will take me to the should take me to the download page. Okay, this one is actually a paid one, so no, we don't want that. Or if we want, let's say we want this one, Monarch. No, again, it's paid. We want free plugins. There we go. Get Social Warfare free. So how this would work now is we would download it. This is what we have on our website now, the cookie consent. So you can accept it, or if you just ignore it, it goes away. So basically it's saying we're using cookies. Cookies are how we track through affiliate links, or how we track our customers. So because of the GDPR thing that came out recently, your site has to have something like this, or else Google will crawl it, have a look at it and say, okay, your site's not, it's not ready to be shown to the public because you don't have this. So anyway, download a theme. Hopefully it just lets us download it. Yep, here we go. So we download it. Download it here, Social Warfare. Then I would go back to my website and I would go upload plugin, and I would go choose file. I would go to downloads, and I would click in, I would type in Social Warfare 3.41, and I would click it and it would upload here. But we don't want that one just now because we have Jetpack. And I'm going to now go to Jetpack and show you all of the things that it can do. Excuse me. Okay, so for Jetpack, you do need to have a WordPress.com account, and I already have one. It's free to sign up, and you'll see here when I click this where it takes us. And like all plugins and all themes, they will want you to try and, they'll try and upgrade you, but you can, you can get it for free. So don't think that you have to pay. So connecting as Mark Gray, you can see here it's wordpress.com. So you just go to wordpress.com and you sign up and you create an account. Simple as that. So I would click here, approve, authorizing my connection for twim.net. Just bear with me, it should only take a few seconds. Okay, so here you can see they're hitting us with plans straight away. So 39 a year, 99 a year, but let's scroll down and see what it says. Oh, start with free. So there you go, we'll start with free. And once we've done that, it will take us back to here. So we want to activate recommended features. It's activating recommended features. So this plugin does so much. There are some things that we may want to play around with and turn off. So Jetpack is blocking malicious login attempts. Okay, that's fine. This is good. If your site goes down, Jetpack will send you an email to let you know that your site's down. But if you're with a good hosting, that should not happen. Jetpack is improving and optimizing your image speed. Great, we already have a plugin doing that, but that's fine. Jetpack can do that as well. And if we click here, yes, activate. Activated. Okay. Right, settings. So this is where we want to go to. Um, I only have certain how to say certain parts of Jetpack activated, because as I said to you, you don't want to have two plugins doing the same job, because it could end up being a problem. But what I really want to use Jetpack for is I want automatically share post-it. No, I don't want that. Add sharing buttons. So I'm going to click here, configure my sharing buttons. It will take me back to wordpress.com, and I like the style of icon only. You can have icon and text only, or the official buttons. Now we want to add more buttons than this, so let me see, Twitter, Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, so add that, Pinterest, Tumblr can be a good one, and Reddit, so they should be added now. Okay, just bear with me one sec. Why are you not adding it? Okay. Okay, share this. All right, that's fine. Close, give me my sharing buttons. Okay, I'm going to pause this one sec and fix this problem, and I'll be back and I'll let you know how I fix it. Okay, so I clicked add more buttons, which would seem obvious, but what we have to do is click edit sharing buttons. So we now have LinkedIn, we want Reddit, we'll have Tumblr, we'll have Pinterest, and that's about all. I don't see the point in putting in like WhatsApp and Skype. For me, there's no point. So we can just close it, and that's our social sharing buttons, which will be beneath our posts. and our pages. We don't want them below our pictures. We want them on the front page and search results, and that's all. And here you would add in your Twitter username. We'll get to that. That's still a little bit away, but we will get to it. So we save changes. Okay, thank you. And now we want to go back to our site. Visit site. Yes, I want to visit my own site. Thank you very much. Okay, so you might notice here, this is one of the main reasons I like Jetpack, is because it shows you your stats. So you could get another plugin that could show you the same stats. Obviously, we've never, we've not had any posts, we've not had any traffic yet, but we will. And in the future, we will be able to see what posts were searched for, and we'll be able to see what what was clicked on our website. So if we have a sign up page, we'll see how many people clicked it. If we have affiliate links or posts, we'll see who clicked those. And it's just a good way to keep an idea of what kind of traffic you're getting. Oh, it also tells you where the traffic is coming from. So on my site, my site's not open, but on my site, I would have YouTube, I would have Bing, Google, Yahoo, and other places that I was getting traffic from. So I'd be able to see where the traffic's coming from. And this is one of the main reasons why I like Jetpack. It does other things, of course, but I think that this is the coolest part of it, and it's the most useful part of it as well. So let's go back to settings. We don't want the toolbar, the WordPress.com toolbar. No, we don't. We've done sharing. Let's look at discussion. Let readers, nope. Enable pop-up business. Okay, we can keep that. Yeah, we can keep that. No harm. Traffic. Yes, we've already done that. Okay, now when you create a post, you may not want to do this, but it will, at the bottom of the post, it will show you other posts. Now, this is a good way to keep people on your website. So say the post is about YouTube marketing, and the person gets to the end of the post and they see below that there's something else that interests them, like YouTube, SEO, or it could be Facebook, something, Facebook traffic, something like that. And they, oh, that looks interesting, and they click it and they go to that. It keeps people on your website, which keeps your bounce rate down. Your bounce rate is how long people stay on your website. So if people are only on your website every time for 5-10 seconds, your organic traffic, your SEO, your rankings will go down. So you want to keep people on your website, and the longer the better, because it means in Google's eyes that you have interesting content and that people are going to be interested, or people are interested in what you have to say. And the longer they stay on your website, the better. At the moment, I think that, I don't think, I know, people stay on my website just under 3 minutes, which is not a huge amount of time, but it's enough to show Google that I have some interesting content on my marketing site, the Wolf of Online Marketing. So it tells Google, yeah, okay, this guy does have some interesting stuff on his website, and obviously people are enjoying it, so let's push it up. Let's push it up Google, push it up the search engines. So having these is a good thing. Security, monitor your site's downtime. Yes, we want that. Block suspicious looking sign-in activity. Allow users to log into this site. No, I don't want that. So we updated settings, and that's it. Okay, so that is plugins. That's the plugins that we need And the next thing we're going to do, which will only be a few minutes, but we're going to look at the actual appearance of our website. Now that we have the we'll quickly look at what we've done. We've got a domain. We have installed WordPress onto it. We have got our site an SSL certificate, so it's safe in the eyes of Google. It's great for traffic. It's great for organic traffic because it will push your site up the rankings. We're running our site through a CDN, a content delivery network, so it's giving us more security, more speed. We've installed the sort of must-have plugins, um, and now we're ready to go to the next stage. And the next stage is, right now our site looks kind of crappy. So the next stage is to make our site look better. So with that, I will see you in the next video. Okay?